We're at the Africa Tech Festival 2025. Justin, you've just come off a stage that deals with cloud and cybersecurity, which I imagine is a massive, massive topic. What are some of the important lessons do you think we need to learn in Africa when it comes to cybersecurity?
In Africa, we're not immune to what's happening around the globe. So although we might see ourselves as being divorced and far away, attackers are global. So wherever you are, they're going to come after you. So we need to be always on alert, be careful, and ensuring that we are protecting ourselves and protecting our customers.
One of the points actually made by one of the panels was that we are cyber poor. So if you have a certain amount of money that is allocated towards cyber development, we don't seem to ever actually appoint or allocate enough money for security, do we?
That's a huge challenge, and I think it's exactly right. If you're trying to innovate and do things for the first time, security is not top of mind. And as a business grows, or you kind of take your idea and you make it more successful, there will come that point where you could get completely killed if you don't have security in place. So it's going to have to be a very conscious and careful choice to try and do the best that you can at a low cost up front, and then scale that as your business grows to make sure you don't end up failing because of security.
And of course, the ever delicate question of how much do you invest in technology and how much do you invest in human beings? Because ultimately, you have to be able to trust the people you're working with in this space, don't you?
That was one of the questions that was asked us around that insider threat. And what do you do if the person you're trusting is the one who's actually defrauding you? So, we always have to have that kind of healthy skepticism around what's going on. But you're right, if you don't invest in your people, then you have nothing. The technology will never work itself. So you're always going to need that human capacity to do the right thing and to make the best of what you have.
Let me ask this perhaps as my parting question. Artificial intelligence has been a major focus at this festival. Does it help or hinder when it comes to cybersecurity?
Both. So the attackers can use it and use it more easily because they don't have to worry about ethics and guardrails and those things. They want it to do bad. The good guys need to worry about those things. So they can't afford to sit back and do nothing and say, we can't use AI, it's too hard. They have to use it as a superpower to multiply their skills to be able to defend. So
is there a world where we can, whoever is helping to create and generate AI, and I know a lot of it is self-generative, that you write code that says, let's remove the security challenges that might come with this? Or is that too naive a question?
No, I think it's exactly right, but it requires the thought process, because if I ask the AI, write me code to do X, it'll write me code to do X. But if I say, write secure code to do X, that's a different request. So if you don't think about it up front and you don't ask the AI to do it the right way, then you're going to have a problem. So if you build it into your guardrails saying, I only want you to write secure code, never write insecure code, and you have that as a default, then when the engineer comes along and says, write me code, it will be secure by default. Sure, it won't be foolproof, but it's a lot better than not telling the AI what you actually want.
Quite a lot of food for thought. Justin, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.